Alright. So, what's going on here?
Agent Kieran Estevez, requesting entry. I don't have time for this. This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything, radio me.
Okay.
The lake house was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. What they call science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama, your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Doesn't look like anybody's in.
Hello?
Can't be a good sign.
Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No?
And welcome to another exciting day here at the Lake House. As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Jules Marmont, and this is my wife. And together we are the heads of research at this facility. We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the Lake House. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Why, yeah. That is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid
Wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Okay. From Ava Ramani to FBC personnel. Status update regarding Oldest House. To all staff, on-site observation teams report that the Oldest House is still under active lockdown. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the Oldest House at the time of the lockdown's initialization remains unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the field originating from the Oldest House as of increasing in strength as it loops through a specific pattern every hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to the signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Ramani, Supervisory Agent. Alright.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Experiment? What? Oh, experiment in progress. What? Where? And does the experiment involve every staff member here? Office of... Co-head of research, Jules Marmont.
Dr. Marmont's not here. Nobody is? I'll have to check downstairs.
Research profile regarding subject P. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future.
They must all be working on the lower levels. We need
Research.
to head down.
Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Conclusion: the subject is suspected to be a Class II para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. Replacement keycard request form. Please fill out the fields below before delivering the form to security. A new keycard will be issued to you once your request is processed. Name: Jules Marmont. Position: co-head of research. Required clearance: the highest one. I forget what it's called. Reason for replacement: my old cart went missing. Indicate here if your car was stolen. How would I know if it's stolen or not, or is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you're so concerned with this? I am the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Okay. September 14th, 2023, Thursday, Science Fact of the Day. Though most famous for her acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38. Huh.
Changing passwords, huh?
Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Okay, so it's it's 4 digits and then 38. To my new fellow head of the lake house, love, Diana. Barrows University. On the recommendation of the faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustees of Barrows University have conferred on Jules Francois Marmont the degree of Doctor of Applied Science, and is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereaux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Paul Jensen, Dean of Barrows University. Notice of appointment from Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research, to Dr. Jules Marmont. Appointment as facility head. The senior leadership of the Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as head of research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont, effective upon the facility's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director, Casper Darling, Bureau. Okay. Huh. So is it really July 18th? So 0718. Federal Bureau of Control Special Service Certificate. This exceptional contribution certificate is awarded to Jules Francois Marmont in grateful recognition of his outstanding contributions to the Bureau's scientific endeavors. Okay. July 18th, 38. Huh. There you go. Annual budget. Good morning. A friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make a plan? All the best. Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. I'm too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is to go toward Project Arbutus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their completion by stealing resources. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting, Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I will be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Go fuck yourself, Jules. So, does next Wednesday work? Dr. Marmont, Project Arbutus has visually requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Romnus, and they are shared research material, so I can release them back. So can I release them back to Arbutus? Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve your facility's security if you leave your computer open. Thank you. Brian Lopez, IT Specialist. Someone didn't get the message. So this is the office of the co-head of research, but where is the office of the other co-head? Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Deerfest this week. Bad news. HQ still dark. Nut allergy bad? No Alma beer. It's good. Tried it. The artist is something. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time canceled. Okay, yeah, that is some bad news. Romnus Daily Stand-Up. No doodling. Sure. Do not contaminate the lake house with unrelated art. Is this the wife's office? What is this? Is this like a security office?
This should come in handy.
Security Clearance 1 keycard. Okay, that's something. Anything else here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, that's it for this floor, I guess. Time to head down. Let's go one floor below. Let's see what the HABS is.
Sublevel 1.
As soon
Estevez
as
to
I got
team.
in
Something's
that
going
elevator,
on in the lake house.
my
I want all
bad
nearby
news
agents to. Oh
detector
shit!
started going nuts.
Huh. Oh!
What's going on?
Well, I don't know. First it started raining. For some reason.
Estevez, what's your status?
And then...
Updated on Sublevel 5. Staff should seek shelter immediately.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
Fuck was that?
Relay that order.
Where's the fucking elevator?
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, they're not smart? What the fuck was that?
What's with the paint? Someone feeling artistic? What does this say? Office 1-1. March 10th? October 10th? 2023. Threshold Linking Experiment Progress Report by Dr. Jules Marmont. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will soon be possible. Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus only on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effect, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant level of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. If we can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded, with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P, while no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the pages. His proven status as a paritalitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. Refer to file F-2-15-3821 for full report. Research order. As the Lake House continues to make progress toward its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form, has shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the Lake House, effective immediately. Research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own work. Note: Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the Lake House. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Signed, the co-heads of research. Okay.
darling.
AWE Shadow. Huh. There's no audio. There's supposed to be audio? Maybe once I have the power back on?
Okay, he doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Right.
Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on. That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
Oh. Yeah, what the hell is that? A little side project.
Jules's keycard could be useful.
Progress update number 6. Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Next steps: weapon tests using black rock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to offsite teams. Could lead to a transfer out of the shithole. Need to think up more applications for black rock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the OH who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
What I wouldn't give for telekinesis.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
Yeah, that can be kind of a downer. There we go.
At least the elevator's back. Can't open it from the side.
Interesting. Huh, clearance too, okay. Think that some backtracking is in order.
My keycard isn't high enough clearance.
Unless there's a level 2 keycard hiding around here somewhere. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station from... Okay. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I have brought a variety of seasonal pies from that local diner you all seem to love so much. The members of Project Romulus can come enjoy them in the lobby, near my office. All other staff should visit the other Dr. Mamon's office to see if she brought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I have purchased the delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall. Hello. A gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behavior for anyone of any seniority level. Bringing us to the office is a health risk, and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you. Perry, do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbutus that we misplaced them. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we are too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure you say that we are making progress, just as I wrote it above. Attention all staff, there is a significant amount of black rock missing from Sublevel 5. I expect there is a misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we'll fix the problem. Black rock is a precious material. We only have so much of it now with the oldest house being closed. Okay. What does this say? Is there a photo? Okay. Photo mode. There we go. Okay. Don't forget to lock your work... Shit. That was going to be a useful clue or something.
A huge thank you to everyone here. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person so I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Do you hear that, Drs. Marmont? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it, say, create altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces impacting. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking, so the shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't be more excited to start digging in. It is a great new world, people.
The Lake House's research went way beyond studying Cauldron Lake's threshold. Playing with paranatural forces, it never goes well, Saga. This is exactly why we lock up people like Lake.
Oh. Look at that. Opened up new areas. The same floor. Or have we? Elevator is gone. Huh. What did we actually do? Okay.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action.
It never fucking works.
Alright, I think we're done here. I'm going.
Fuck were those things?
I'm done with this place. Let's move on.
Okay, deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You never really get used to the shit you see in this job. But you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths. Then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Error. Please hold. Please hold.
Now where am I?
Hold. Please hold.
I'm holding. Yeah.
Is that?
I'm not holding out too much rope. Hello? Someone there?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand?
Well, I'll be damned.
So what kind of entity are you? You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean?
No brush yourself,
You need to cease all hostility right now.
Oh.
Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good news.
Okay.
It didn't try to kill me. Baby steps.
Alright, let's try this again.
Sublevel 3.
What do you mean 3? What? That's not what I picked.
Angry Falls paintings these are not particularly cherry on Cauldron Lake already bingo shitty card. Sunday.
Hello?
Something different was happening at the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape.
Broken ass elevator. Alright, level 3 it is. Let's see what we got. Off to a good start. Refinement process regarding ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device ATD will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known paritalitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATDs must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. 1. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. 2. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's position as reference. 3. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's position as reference. 4. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using the pages in the lake house's position as reference. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we'll provide the instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. Right. Good luck with that. ATD output evaluation and grading. Organizational update. Moving forward, research of the lake house will be divided into two distinct projects. Project X-10032-AW, codename Arbutus, will focus on studying the writings of with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. Project C-43210-RL, codename Romnus, will focus on studying and his work with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director. AWRL. Okay. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Harry Kingston.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in. Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau.
And is this... which one is the fake one, or which one is the real one?
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this?
Are they both fake?
His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Okay, RL. Rudolph Lane.
Crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art.
Project Arbutus Initial Findings Report regarding Edward Franklin Booker, born in New York City, currently resides in New York City, married to Tabitha Booker, no known children or dependents, no paracriminal affiliations, located in Bright Falls, Washington as of October 9th, 2023, writer and director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful, confirmed artist, designation author, playwright. Disclaimer, background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous.
There was a crack in the lake house.
Project Arbutus,
The
initial
Marmots
findings
let the
report
lake in,
regarding
but the water
Tamitha
could
Madison
not flow.
Booker, born in
It
Atlanta,
became
Georgia,
trapped,
currently resides in New York City,
stagnant,
married to
went
Edward
bad.
Franklin Booker, no known
The
children or
truth was
dependents,
controlled here.
no paracriminal
Art was not
affiliations
art.
found,
It
located
was
in Briar Falls,
content for the
Washington,
experiment.
author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist, designation author, poet. Disclaimer, background investigation performed in a very short amount of
There
time
was a crack in the lake
per
house.
instruction. As a result, the information contained in the report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous.
But the water could not flow.
Okay.
It went bad. The truth was
So they found new writers and tried to experiment on them? Huh.
Typewriters. Please don't let this be what I think it is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away? 100% bad news.
Project Arbutus. Research notes regarding content of Wake manuscript. We have begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian and suspect in past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As a reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at the Lake House facility. The page we recently found, summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. The reports are passed in the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflicts this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I can not believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC. And if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that, though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love or animosity are theirs to control?
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we haven't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Progress report regarding typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake, with the intent to use this particular brand for and the ATDs, continues to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house. Result: no useful information. Wake's agent. Result: refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse. Result: refused to discuss. Result: no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake. Result: no useful information. The relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. Alright, well, let's get a move on. I think we're done here.
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower. Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of three.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. And a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic
This is new.
flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for release. This contrived overlap rebounded.
But the offices are the same, right? They're new pages?
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece.
Yeah, alright. Everything else here seems
Building, looking for
to be the same.
The shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight.
Hey! Knock it off! Little shit.
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
How the fuck is the shotgun weaker than the pistol? What kind of bullshit is this? What? Here we are again.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
Is proof. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this page.
What is that?
The hell?
Ugh, locked.
This is different.
Maybe there's another way in.
Okay. Why is there another power core, I wonder? Interesting. Oh. Oh, I see. I took it out from an already existing power source. Thing. Huh.
Controllable shifting phenomena.
Oh. Weird. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh. It's you again.
You again.
So, you want to talk about it, or? You know, the elephant in the room?
Did the people here do this to you? You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ.
Well, there he goes again.
Fixated on the marmots. What did they do?
Alright. We go to level 2 now? There's paint all over my coat.
Sublevel.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality
this one got.
and our own. Now, they all have their own rules.
This was
strange
the
as they
Cauldron
are.
Lake threshold, but
Something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Please remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
That doesn't sound good. Hello?
can't get in while the floor's on lockdown.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
Oh. Cool.
A higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Don't mind if I do.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Catalog of Rudolph Lane production from painting session on ID RL342. Designation black circular shape among yellow lines. Description: an uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into the black circle. RL-1-169. Designation lone tree at night. Description: a dark green tree, pine, standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. RL-1-170. Designation empty road in a forest. Description: a dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note: a small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for the site now to attempt page retrieval. RL-5-24. Designation yellow crescent shape on black canvas. Description: a curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas, possibly a crescent moon or a banana. Unfinished piece? Alright, well, is there a way to find out? Password? Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing like we find some paintings that are the same as the ones described here. Then we combine the designations together to make one full. Pasco? I made the reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. A week from this Friday. So next week, let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. Okay. A week from this upcoming Friday, so September 22nd. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Just found out what happened to Tricia. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're being paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base numbers, then Black Void. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Marms are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana said Jules' background to big old turret or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings? I need to get in or this is going to be a total waste of Wednesday. 44 is right, yeah, so I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special, unforgettable anniversary. Plus, brown shape with horns. Love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay, so it's brown shape with horns now. Okay. So it's September 22nd. September 22nd, and then brown shape with horns. Which is... What? None of these have brown horns. Is it 42?
Come on.
What's brown shape with horns? A week from this Friday. Round shape with horns. Okay. I gotta look somewhere else, I guess. Guess we'll have to come back to this one for later. Shape with horns. What? What do you want? Get lost. Work order regarding wall removal and transport. Location Sublevel 2 lane cell. Ordered by Jules Marmont. Work required. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to Sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency high. Tools required. It is not my job to know which tools you use to cut concrete walls. It is your job. Additional details. Important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged.
I wonder what happened here.
Huh. Date redacted. Project Roundness. Subject condition report regarding background information. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in over the past several months. Initially, this presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing, or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. Current situation. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of be introduced to the subject's food to cure his. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. Okay.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump.
No, I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember?
We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that. No. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. Ah, this is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Oh dear. Sure I like the sound of that. Alright. Still need to lift the lockdown somehow. Help to know where I am. Instead of just guessing. Okay, this is the interview room. No, subject observation. Same thing. Okay. Locked door, locked door. Okay, there's 2 cells down below. Apparently. We've only examined one, so where's the other? Initial review regarding Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the wake pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? What is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house? The shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are. Whatever it takes. Page ID ARB-EB-001. Assignment. Continuing the story from page ID AW-002. Match the tone, style, and content of AW-002 as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed a bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving, and he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did he get here? How did we get here? They had been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack, but he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass, the sort of thing you only notice if you're looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cries snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept up across the deck. Jules ran to the door, to his wife. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Nut allergies. BlackRock. Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember when we just made fun of his stupid project names and science factoids? Simpler times. He really did that? Diana's gonna slit his throat if she finds out. Haha. Those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night and he told me Jules is withholding wake pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy shit. Paula mentioned you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You'd really leave me here all alone? You can have weekly gossip calls. Promise. Oh. Okay, who's this person? Oh.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, the flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Keep that in mind. Retrieval order. Acquisition team is hereby approved to require additional research subject for ongoing study related to Project Arbortus at the Lake House facility. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. 1. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. 2. Tamitha Booker. Her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. 3. Edward Booker. Less successful than Tamitha, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Okay. Oh, now you shut up? Subject's writing must feature darkness, water, marmots, a lake house, conflict. Did anyone explain any of this to him? Okay. Is the elevator gonna be unlocked now?
Gotta find that elevator.
Do I really have to solve this to progress the storyline? I don't know which one of these is supposed to be brown shape with lines. Oh, there's 2 pages. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. Red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles. Cityscape with blue, black void. Brown shape with 25. Okay. How did I not notice that? Okay. September 22nd. And then, shit. Was it... Fuck, I forgot already. Was it 25? 24? 25, okay. 25.
There.
Oh, really? Wow.
Without HQ, more situations
Fuck
like
it
this
up.
are gonna fall through the cracks.
Please remember.
I'm glad someone here stood up to him.
Hello, Mr. Kingston. I'm writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. From Todd Howard. I've collected a list of violations that I've personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Marmont are driving this facility's staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Good day. Oh, Trisha. And then she got fired. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please fire directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Thank you. I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I've reached out to them about this issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Marmonts are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. Okay. There we go, finally.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Wonderful.
Estevez, come in. Facility. Sublevel 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile.
Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
Fuck is that? Oh, it's just a barrier. Okay. That makes sense. There we go. Alright. Some peace and quiet. And last. Let's see what we got here. Huh. Okay.
I had a thought today. A possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine, in our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
How long ago was this? Readings report threshold activity. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceed the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made per the recent amendments to this procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Marmont or Dr. Marmont has been received. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris Cross, Lead Threshold Analyst. Okay. This is the security office, eh? Okay. It's a container that we missed out on, apparently. Oh. Okay. Alright, I believe we're done here. Let's get the hell out of here. Team notice. As you may know, a valid member of our team was recently reassigned off of Project Arbutus. Carla Livingstone's designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contributions to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmont, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearing on Arbutus staff and should be ignored. Thank you for your attention. Excuse me. Wait! Excuse me. Can't do that. How dare you? Attack a federal agent. You got what's coming to you, pal. Believe that. Background report regarding Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. See case number 74-WA-004 for information regarding his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Wateree, Washington, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationships or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. Alright. Is that it? Did we miss another container? Somehow? No? Alright.
My team was on Sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
Let's go and meet up with them, then.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods. No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Sublevel 1.
Hey! Can't do that. I'm the consequences.
Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the Shadow. I should get that gun while I'm up here.
Putain d'assistant. Moi. The lake house. This is my facility. Mine.
What do you want?
You cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative. He is just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. Tous ces imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. But I will break it.
Alright. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. This gun possibly be able to kill these fuckers, maybe? It's a stretch, but something to consider.
How do I get in the room with Vegman? Okay.
Ooh.
This should get me down to Sublevel 5.
Could work with this too.
And this should get me past any other problems.
What's this? Block Rock Launcher. Okay. Let me try it out.
Finally!
Ah.
It works on these bastards.
Oh. Multi-kill too. Alright. Take it. Anyone else? Step right up, fellas. I'm right here. I see you. What? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. You better run. Yeah. Progress update number 5. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lead here, but at least it works. Now we need some actual block rock for the tests. I know there's some on Sublevel 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to that floor. Next steps, source black rock.
Okay, black rock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Neat. Hello, Carla. I've decided to reassign you from Project Romnus to Inventory Management. Your title will be changed from Senior Researcher to Acting Inventory Supervisor, effective immediately. You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself will prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work could keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. Oh. That's not very nice.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled, arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
Okay. Is there anything else on this level? Panel control switch. Oh! There's a container here. Oh, this container. Alright. Don't mind if I do. that should be it then. I don't see anything else here. Alright.
Sublevel 2.
The Shadow had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
What about the missus? What happened to her? I wonder.
Dead in his cell this morning. It's an unfortunate setback. But when a door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying. Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present. A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one. Literally. Every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy of a wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
I never needed any of it. The fools will finally see me for the genius I am.
Were you here the whole time? Just watching? Okay. Not being judgmental or anything, but it's just kind of weird. That's all I'm saying. From Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research, to Project Romulus staff. Subject, status of Project Arbutus. As a head researcher of the Lake House, it is important that I am informed of all proceedings at this facility. Since the other Dr. Marmont is failing to provide me with details about her team's progress, I ask that you all seek information from members of her team. Anyone who comes to me with details on Project Arbutus' current progress will be rewarded. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmont. Okay, there's a tape recorder there, but doesn't seem like we can play it. So I guess we're done here. Yep, sure seems like it. Alright. Got some doors to open on the third sublevel, and then should be good to go on the other sublevels.
Sublevel 3.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
Okay, I guess that's it. Just a manuscript page. Sure.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake. You must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost.
We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
To use art with the power the shadow must... with the power of the shadow, we must first define art. Does a critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap, lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? Or what is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you are an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Define an artist. A drug-using bum? Often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine? Left-wing political views? Danger if left-wing politics made real by the shadow? Any right-wing artists? Not for abstract art. Or poems? Oh boy. Alright. That's it for over here, right? Yeah. So the map only goes as far as Sublevel 4. But Jules mentioned a Sublevel 5. So what's that all about? Come on, man. Yeah, you gotta be like that. I'm just leaving anyways. Gotta make such a big deal out of it. Alright. Before we head down into further levels, Sublevel 4 for starters, I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's go pay a visit to Sublevel 4, if we can. Okay. Looks like we're in for another chat with Mr. Painting.
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself! A self-portrait! Make them see!
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush! Just himself!
Right. I see. Well, oh?
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet? Or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Self-portrait made with his own blood? Interesting. Alright, let's try this again.
Sublevel 4.
Alright. Research archives. Let's see what we can find here. Hell am I looking at here?
weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Huh? Why are they attacking? What was the plan there, Einstein? Just run around and annoy me to death? You suck. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I guess it's too late now. Annual report. Threshold study. Progress in the Lake House's directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides. See reports WY-113 through WY-139, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE through theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake, per mandate V-29-HAD, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. That was a long, long time ago. Oh, this is their office. All the way down here. Yeah, it's quite a ways away.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. "I know you're here," they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Diana, I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing, and he says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Diana, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals. Now Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If you continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am head research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work in my life. If you are too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Hello, Dr. Moment. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he is maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you're frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate this issue. Does that sound agreeable? Does that sound agreeable? The fuck was that? Who told you to take a left? Fuck's sake.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But, the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion. Limited food and water, perhaps. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
Project Arbutus, the definition of art, a study by Dr. Diana Mormont, Ph.D. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake, 2010. Cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed. Zane, 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on. Not to mention the myriad of genres or methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside of the most common artistic expressions? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy isn't? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression, or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly there is much to determine. We must begin with developing methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, then find a way to test their potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma, with many layers to pull away if you are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years. Follow-up report regarding on the morning of the musician held at the lake house for research purposes, was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. known professionally as, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Momot and Dr. Momot. Somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. Action to be taken. A. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of... B. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a means of escape. C. All material related to and work produced by will be stored in the archive for future reference. D. Online checks for the public reappearance of are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with in the past, known addresses with paratilitarien/AW activity, http://thishouseofdreams.blogspot.com/n=1 www.sirensociety.io plus it etc. for the up-to-date full list. Refer to okay. So what happens if I do this? Ooh. Movie time.
Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. Different artist.
From Casper Darling, FBC Head of Research, to Dr. and Dr. Marmont. Subject: something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the lake house after I got back to New York. I hope pivoting to researching threshold reality manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock to you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you all could use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain a while back. Files 6-D-001 through 6-D-004 found in the attached envelope. Tests for any reaction they may trigger with the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team. Huh. Interesting. Okay. No comment. What? Just a tree with red leaves on it. Okay. Anything? Anything? You know? Anything to say about that?
A light switch cord.
Oh! Where did this come from? Alright.
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3 times. The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
Huh. So where exactly are we?
Panopticon?
Panopticon.
But the Panopticon is at headquarters.
The oldest house.
I'm outside in a forest. The sun is shining. Birds are calling. I feel dirt beneath my feet. A breeze. Everything smells like rain. I'm not here. I'm in a forest. Sunlight on my face. Birds are flying.
The hell?
Sunlight, trees, feel the flowers. Not here. Not here.
Excuse me?
The sun is shining.
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal.
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
It's a waste of time. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay. Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it? I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. I need to know if it...
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Is that really the oldest house?
Huh?
Felt wrong somehow. At least my voice is back to normal.
Alright then. Still have no idea what's going on there. And I don't know who that Jesse person is he was talking about, but there we go. Right now we got bigger concerns to worry about. Right now. Level 5 awaits. you want now?
Oh, Jesus.
Just leave me alone, will ya? I'm trying to put an end to this.
2, 3.
Stop getting in my way. Alright. It's time to put an end to this. Once and for all.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
What's that now?
Typical fucking Mormons.
Ah, you little cunt.
The threshold's about to front.
Lost you, goddamn hoe. I ain't got time for you no more.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away.
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
It was all by him.
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Elmo Costa, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?